What's up, Earth Gamers? Arcade here, and today, Season 3 dropped with two new weapons. The SKS Marksman Rifle, which has the fastest fire rate of all the Marksman Rifles, and the Renetta Pistol, which is our first 3-burst pistol in the game with some pretty insane damage and other benefits. You guys seem to like the quick and detailed guides, so I'm going to try to get you even more details, even more quick today. First, we'll go over the Renetti, which you'll unlock at level 15 of the Battle Pass. I'll have a full SKS guide too once I get a bit more testing done with attachments and range, especially in Warzone. For now, I have some of the early stats for it in our Modern Warfare and Warzone Assistant app, Hey Potato, that you can download from the app stores on your phone. If you've already got it, just make sure you download the latest version that came out earlier this week because you'll need it for the new weapons to show up on the fly just by refreshing the app. Now, let's check out the Renetti. When you first unlock the Renetti, you are going to be a bit limited from its potential. Your goal is to get it leveled up pretty quickly as you've got quite a long ways to go to get to the 3-burst barrel for it. That's right, it's not a weapon perk on this one like the others, which opens up more customizations. Now, it has the same damage profile as the X16 and the M19, doing 72, 42, 36, and 33 damage, which drops off at 10 meters to 61, 36, 30, and 28, and then again at 20 meters to 50, 29, 25, and 23. With pistols, headshots and chest shots are going to be extremely important, but that 3-burst perk should help with the TTK too, right? Well, a burst always adds a delay between the bursts, which in this case is 0.359 seconds. But the RPM jumps from 315 all the way to 830. And while it doesn't say it should do more damage, it does seem to increase damage only for headshots to a crazy 100 at base range and 74 at that furthest drop-off. Which means a full burst to the head is over 300 damage and going to nearly insta-kill in Warzone too. Even up to 20 meters, you might be able to get a 1-burst kill on someone. This could be a bug since damage to the rest of the body seems to be normal, but maybe not. Either way, let's look at the TTK. Since we have two different types of firing modes as well as different trigger attachments, I figured for this one, let's look at some of the top TTKs this weapon could potentially have. First, for multiplayer at base range, where the gun will do its max damage, we see 0.190 second TTK to headshots and 0.381 second TTK for chest shots for the normal weapon. With the lightweight trigger, this goes down to 0.150 and 0.300 seconds for chest shot. Now, with the burst, it's pretty much a shotgun in pistol form because it'll kill the player instantly in one bullet. And for chest shots, it's still an incredible 0.145 seconds and 0.120 seconds with the lightweight trigger. But if it is a bug and they do change it, I also included the stats for how it should perform. In that case, the chest shot TTK would not change, but the headshot TTK would go down to 0.06 seconds and 0.072 seconds. Now, at the furthest drop-off range where the gun will do its least amount of damage at 20 meters, we see that in multiplayer still needs pretty much 2 shots, so a lot of the TTK numbers are the same for headshots, but start to drop off much more for chest shots, which kinda puts it all over the place. But compared to other weapons up close, it will be up there with the FAMAS, AUG, FAL, and MG34 for headshots and chest shots. But at the further drop-off, it does get beat out for chest shots in particular by quite a few of these. Next, let's look at the Warzone TTK. While similar here, we actually see the burst blowing away most of the other weapons completely. Now, for base range, the normal weapon gets in at 0.571 seconds, but with the burst, it's going to get the kill in 0.145 seconds, or 0.12 seconds with the lightweight trigger. That's pretty insane. If it is bugged though, it'll end up at 0.300 seconds and 0.379 seconds, which is actually all really solid. The AUG is at 0.320, the Striker with the hollow mags is 0.340, MG34 and Ram 7 are 0.349, so it really stacks up there very well with or without being a bug. Now, at its furthest range, the headshot TTK and chest shot TTK goes way up. The normal weapon is at 0.762 seconds and 0.6 seconds with the lightweight, and the burst is at 0.379 seconds and 0.300 seconds for headshots. So the burst with the lightweight trigger ends up having some of the best TTK in the game. So the conclusion with the weapon is, the burst is going to be really useful at all ranges pretty much, but until you unlock it, running it more close to mid-range should net some good results. If you need to level it up fast, go to hardcore and just rack up the one-shot kills from any range. Alright, now usually I stick to damage and rage stats mostly, along with a few others in these videos, but since you can see all of that in the app however you want, let's take a look at some other stats this time, like ADS, movement speeds, and more. First, it's got an ADS time of exactly 0.1 seconds, which puts it in line with the other handguns like the M19 and the X16. For reload speed, it comes in at 1.738 seconds and 1.199 seconds with sleight of hand, which puts it in the top 5 of all the weapons in the game. It also has a sprint to fire time of 0.138 seconds, which puts it in line with the other handguns as well. Now, looking at movement, the normal movement speed is going to be 4.988580358 meters per second, sprint speed at 6.73458437314337 meters per second, and ADS movement speed, okay, let's put that into some more meaningful numbers and actually look at all the pistols since they have the fastest movement speeds in the entire game. So the fastest movement speed for a weapon is currently the M19 at 301.855 meters per minute. The Renetti comes in at 99.1% of that at 299.315 meters per minute. Meters per minute was interesting to me to get an idea how much distance you can cross in Warzone, for example, and knowing a percentage to the top weapon helps for easier comparison overall. And if you're interested, here's also the miles per hour and kilometers per hour. I'm actually curious what way of showing movement speed is most useful to you guys, so let me know down in the comments below if you want to see something else as well. While we're at it, let's look at all the pistol speeds. They're all in the 98 to 100% range of each other, so very, very high up. ADS movement though is a little bit different. The M19 still has the highest ADS movement speed here at 217.68 meters per minute, and the Renetti is actually not too far behind at 216.71 meters per minute. So that's a solid 99.16% from the top. But the rest of the pistols start to drop off pretty quick with the 1911 at 95.5% and the 50GS and the 357 down to 90.87%. While testing a lot of this stuff lately, I can definitely say that sprint speed is always 35% more on every weapon so far, but the ADS movement speed seems to vary quite a bit. And once you start getting some of the range barrels on, it starts to change up even more very quick. Alright, well hopefully I covered enough there for you guys and try to get this video out the day it comes out, since a lot of you will probably be getting this weapon today. If you want, leave a comment with what attachments you want to know about for the Renetti and I'll get those tested for the app first. By next week we should have all the movement speeds for every single weapon in the app too, along with some other new features and sections. Okay, I need a little sleep, then the SKS video, like and subscribe, Arcade out.